Khan Academy, Algebraic Thinking. We're working on the subtopic Tables from Rules that Relate to Variables. A rule for creating a pattern is given below. The rule begins with a number called the input and creates a number called the output. The rule: multiply the input by 2, then add 4 to the result to get the output. So which would work? So multiply the input by 2 and add 4. So we start with 2, multiply by 2 would be 4, adding 4 would be 8. So A is not going to work. Multiply the input by 2. 1 times 2 is 2, and then add 4 would be 6. So this one is not going to work. Input: multiply by 2. 3 times 2 is 6, then add 4 would be 10. So letter C works. A rule for creating a pattern is given below. Subtract 7 from X to get Y. So which one would work? So if I start with 7 and I take away 7, I would get 0. So A does work. But I just want to double check and make sure that I'm going in the right direction. So 14 take away 7 would be 7. So that's not going to work because they've got 2 here. 10 take away 7, subtract 7 from X, so 10 take away 7 would be 3. They have 17. So A is our correct answer. A table is made using the following 2 patterns. Pattern X, the starting number is 5, and then the rule is multiply by 3. Pattern Y, the starting number is 20, and the rule is multiply by half. So complete the table. So let's just do our X's first. Start with 5, and then it says multiply by 3. So start with 5, multiply by 3 would be 15. And then multiply by 3 would be 45. Y, the starting number is 20, and then we're going to multiply by half. Okay, so 20 times a half would be 10. And then 10 times a half would be 5. Complete the table for the given rule. Y is 3 less than X. So Y is 3 less than 10, 7. Y is 3 less than 8, 5. Y is 3 less than 6, 3. 2 rules for creating a pattern are given below. Each rule begins with a number called the input and creates a number called the output. Rule 1, subtract 8 from the input to get the output. Divide the input by 3 to get the output. So which one works for both rules? Let's just simply find out which works for rule number 1 first. So subtract 8 from the input to get the output. So 18 take away 8 is not 6. 12 take away 8 is 4, so that could work. So now that we know that B works for rule 1, let's try rule 2. Divide the input by 3 to get the output. 12 divided by 3 is 4, so B does work. A rule for creating a pattern is given below. The rule begins with a number called the input and creates a number called the output. Rule: divide the input by 3, then add 7 from the result to get the output. So which input and output table works for this rule? So take the input divided by 3, so 30 divided by 3 is 10, and then add 7 would be 17. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and then add 7. 5 plus 7 is not 11, it's 12. And then let's try and hopefully see is what going to be our answer here. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and then add 7 is 13. So C is our choice. A rule for creating a pattern is given below. Multiply X by 2, then add 10 to the result to get Y. Which one works? So 3 times 2 is 6, and then add 10 would give me 16. You can also double check B. 12 times 2 would be 24, and then adding 10 is not going to give us 1. 2 times 2 is 4, and then adding 10 is not going to give us 24.